Welcome to the second video in this series, Mental Health in the Eye of the Pandemic. And then we're going to be talking today specifically about the first of the five nuggets, which is the safe working load. The mind is like a crane. And like every machinery made, like every crane ever built, there is a rating on every crane. A 40-ton crane means that the optimum load for that crane should be below 40 tons. If you overload the crane above 40 tons, it could tip over. So also, can your mind tip over? Is your mind a 1-ton mind? Is your mind a 15-ton mind? A 100-ton mind? You need to determine the safe working load for your mind and then load your mind optimally to be able to stay healthy mentally in these trying times. Like I said in the first video, the biggest existential threat to mankind are microbes. And the COVID-19 pandemic is case in point. Today, we'll be looking at the mind, the safe working load of your mind. Today, 2.6 billion people are on one form of lockdown or the other around the world. It is an unprecedented psychological experiment that would have some dire consequences down the line, later this year or early next year. The people under lockdown will definitely experience different levels of anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress after the fact, and all other kinds of psychological manifestations that are possible with this sort of situation. In the SARS pandemic, there was a Canadian study that found that 28% had clinical levels of anxiety by just being in the environment or the geographical confines where the pandemic raged. Today, with 200 plus countries involved in this pandemic, raging simultaneously around the world, I fear that that number residually may be even higher. Safe working load. Nugget number one. How do you ensure that they're deliberate about the things that we feed our mind with and how we keep it at an optimum level so we don't keel over? 3 things that I will say about safe working load of the mind. Number one, it's a health pandemic. So seek your sources of information from credible health sources. On the internet, from sites that deliberately, historically put out credible information, peer-reviewed information, vetted information, from news sources that will give you things that already have gone through enough quality assurance to make sure that they are balanced and true to the best of our knowledge and ability in today's world. Number 2 is that be deliberate about limiting the amount of time you spend with news about COVID-19 pandemic. Whether you get your news from international sources or local channels, you should be deliberate about limiting the amount of time you spend listening to news about the pandemic. Get the facts. 15 minutes here, another 20-30 minutes here, whether local or international, that should be fine because they often just repeat the news anyway around the day. The third that I'm going to speak about also is seek positive news about the pandemic deliberately, just to balance your perspective. Find out which parts of the world are beginning to come out of it and maybe how they came out of it. Find out success stories about people who fought the virus and were successful and have good stories to tell. Find out about communities where they came together and supported one another and displayed the best parts of humanity. Reinforce the very things that make us the most superior beings on the earth, our humanity, our capacity to be there for each other, and that it is this humanity, this capacity to cooperate over large swaths of population that must survive the pandemic if we're going to be victorious. Safe working load of your mind. Be deliberate about it, know exactly how much you want to take or can take, and avoid the things that sort of make you go into instead of anxiety regarding news or information about the pandemic. At the end of the day, I say to you, replace your paranoia with rational concern. There's a lot we don't know about the virus, but there's much more that we know. We know where it came from, we know what family it is of, and we know how it moves and transmits. Therefore, we know to a significant extent how we can prevent some of these infections. Stay with the correct information, stay with the science, replace paranoia with rational concern, and you'll probably beat this together victoriously. Thank you and have a good day. Thank you.